There's a legend of monsters deep in the woods of New Hampshire. Old men whisper of them through graying whiskers. Quiet creatures of impossible speed and strength. Perhaps they were men once, they who protect these glens, forests, and little streams. Those who've known the woods all their lives speak of them with awe, for they know. They've oft crossed paths and they have seen the wood devils.
Flying armbar! Flying armbar, Kevan! This guy's gonna fly an armbar?
I could try it.
No.
He's got those long legs.
I follow what he's doing, but I cannot go watch. I'm just, wait a minute, he's getting hit. I know he's delivering hits, and I guess probably that's okay with me, which doesn't sound very nice, but I just don't want him to do that.
Kevan likes to push himself, and he's into it to test, I think, himself and test the art, and that's really what I see, and that's why I was willing to work, with Kevan especially. I don't just take anyone who comes.
Professional now? What? All the fucking professional stuff? Down at Boxwoods against Steve Scratt, and midway through the first round, I think he threw a kick that just barely missed the guy. And in the middle of the fight, he's laughing and almost joking with the guy about how close he just came to kicking his nose off his face. The more the stress level goes up, the more he calms down and the more he looks to kind of cut the tension with some humor and being laid back.
9, 10 attempts over that area?
So wake me up, man. That's the This was Friday.
He was a very well-appointed young man, shall we say. In our generation, we call him Joe College. He had that look about him. So unless you knew his background, you'd never know the trials and tribulations that he'd suffered and how he managed to come through. He could have just run away. He could have done like so many other kids say, no. But that's not who he is.
We came back, we stayed in North Conway, Bartlett, in that area. And when they got ready to go to school, I didn't want him in the Conway school district there, so we went to Pittsburgh. I just wanted to get them away, where they could grow up as kids, have fun, and they did. Should I tell them about you coming off the roof on your bicycle? No.
I lived.
We had a pond that was just a few feet from the back door, from the house up there, and he decided he was going to jump his bike off the roof into the pond.
A few times.
Then you want to know why I got gray hair. But no. No, it was just a good place. The kids were able to be kids.
Snowball fights and, falling in the snow and just roughhousing.
Yeah.
They were fully boys.
Like, they were always wrestling. Like, they watched wrestling religiously, and they would practice on each other all the time. And they're 4 boys, so they got hurt often.
Well, all I know is we watched every one of the fights. Got very expensive, pay-per-view, but they did a lot of wrestling.
Yeah, they did. There were casts. I do remember there were casts during their growing up years.
Yeah, I don't know how he survived or we survived.
I mean, they walked right through a closed door. I'll just tell you, they take the door right off the hinges, think nothing of it,
Yeah, not good.
But
I'm glad he doesn't know all the
That's it.
stories.
yeah.
I think Cindy Lou knows the other half that you don't know. So.
Yeah. No. Like I say, I'm just glad that they had a chance to grow up, be kids, and enjoy it.
Kevan went through some really trying times. I think he was just out of high school. There was a family situation that was heartbreaking for everybody. The parents were no longer in the area. And normally, kids who don't have parents in the area, they're not allowed to come to the school. One thing we are fortunate about in this area is that we kind of bend the rules. And so the boys ended up staying local. We just circled the wagons around them and they were ours.
I was kind of left with my two brothers to worry about, and Cindy Lou stepped in and she helped out. Just I can't even say how much. And I've always felt like there was weight on my shoulders to take care of things when my parents' marriage was falling apart. I felt like that was on me. I was kind of like a marriage counselor for a lot of years, for good or bad. I mean, who wants their 16-year-old kid giving them marriage advice? I mean, not like I knew what I was talking about. But I remember there was a time when I just told him, I was like, you guys shouldn't be together. And unfortunately, things came to a head. Things ended badly, and it just kind of blew up in our faces. But yeah, I mean, I don't think it was anything super noble. It was just me being an older brother and worrying about my other 3 siblings. Again, I can't take all the credit for it. There were other people that helped out a lot, including Cindy Lou and lots of people. So, yeah. When you have something traumatic in your life, and again, I'm not trying to be all woe is me. I think that puts it in perspective for me, is that there's people who have way worse than me. But when you have these like little traumas in your life, I think things like sports, I mean, they just don't. I mean, even fighting. I mean, yeah, it seems scary, but compare that to your family falling apart, or I don't know, just other things that actually matter. And I just look back on that and just think of how different it would have been if it was a different situation or a different town. So yeah, my heart still is up in the Great North Woods. That's where the name came from. It's gonna be a part of me forever. So yeah, just proud of it.
We met several years ago, working at a restaurant.
It was one of our first dates. I decided I was going to use my mediocre snowboarding skills to impress her. So we got to the mountain, and it only took 2 or 3 runs for me to realize that she was significantly better than me. So toward the end of the day, I just kind of, I said, "You're actually a really good skier." And she said, "Well, actually my ex-boyfriend is an Olympic ski coach." So that was a shot to my ego. But I guess it kind of, I don't know, sometimes I need to be put in my place.
I don't know how much was planned ahead of time. I assumed it was because we went out for breakfast, and I could tell that Kevin was acting a little nervous all morning, and then we decided to go for a hike through the woods, and he was still acting kind of weird, and then he proposed down by the water during our walk.
Do your karate pose.
We went back to a lake house that my parents have, and he had brought his guitar and had written a song, and it was really awesome. You did good. Dad's biggest, most important job is taking care of these guys. Dad plays all day with you and takes you to really cool places. You know, Kevin really, he does what he enjoys, and he enjoys what he's doing. And, you know, whether that's at home with the kids, he's the most in the moment present parent that I've ever seen. And, you know, you can tell that he really gets such sincere joy out of you know, tossing the ball to Callan so he can hit a grand slam, you know, throwing Rainey up into the leaves. He's very, very in the moment with them, and really knows that these moments don't last forever, and so he appreciates them and takes each one as they come. And I think probably he does that with his fighting as well. He's pretty relaxed the whole day of the fight, I think, because he is living each moment of that day and not anticipating what's going to happen in this fight later. But, you know, good, bad, or ugly, he's definitely able to live in each moment.
Yeah, just to add to that, she's actually one of the only people that actually sees, and I always know that she's not going to judge me.
You getting into their candy already?
No.
At least do it after they go to bed.
She's always got my back through everything. I'm a pretty happy person, but I mean, we all get down at times, and sometimes sometimes it gets away from me, but she's always there with me, and so it's just the way she holds the family together, the way my kids, I mean, they wouldn't be nearly the kids that they are without her. And yeah, I get to do the fun things with them every day. I don't know the analogy that I'd use. She's definitely the rock, and I'm like the
Jello?
Yeah, the rock and the Jello. It's a match made in heaven. That's it. Makes sense. Yeah, I don't know.
Oh my
I don't
God.
know.
Oh, it's so funny.
You have to see the doctor tomorrow, right? We cannot start the show until everybody has seen the doctor tomorrow. All right, so get in there, see the doc, settle in. When you come in tomorrow, you're gonna come in the side door, all right? You're gonna see the commission right there. You get your wristband, your corner will get your wristband. You're right upstairs to the locker room. At that point in time, the doctors will be there.
From Pittsburgh, New Hampshire, Kevan Haley. Haley, 5-3, 2 knockouts, 1 submission. 201. 201 pounds for Haley. And his opponent from Quincy, Massachusetts, Mike Rodriguez. Rodriguez stands at 5-1, 3 knockouts, 2 submissions. 204. 204 pounds for Rodriguez, both fighters make weight.
It's a huge misconception that we're these deadbeats just running around the streets and fighting for fun.
Well, I'm just a nice, humble family man that's trying to follow a dream. MMA is a business at the end of the day. Sometimes you're going to have to fight some of your cross-training partners, if you will. I've fought one before. It's no big deal. At the end of the fight, we hug each other. Other than that, it's all good. At the end of the day, you go in there, you fight hard, you get out there, and it's cool. So it's all a big community. You get together, and that's how you all get better. Kevan actually fought my best friend, Eric Spicely. He filled in our short notice fight. I know Kevan pretty well. After the fight with Eric Spicely, he wrote on the program face of mine saying that he had better abs than mine. I don't think it's true. Kevan, you're a handsome man, but I'm better looking. My name is Mike Rodriguez. I'm 5'1" as a pro. Fight for Lozon MMA. Best of luck to Kevan, and hope to see you guys. Hope everybody tune in tomorrow. I want to say hi to my lovely kids and my wife at home. And stay tuned for tomorrow. It's going to be a good fight.
Are we live? You good? We're live. Hey everybody, this is my first live Facebook session. I just weighed in a few hours ago, made weight. Don't laugh at me. My wife's laughing. Underweight. She's laughing at me. Underweight, 201. So I'm all set to fight Mike Rodriguez tomorrow at CS 39. Pretty excited. Just wanted to. I'm here with my bays. Yeah. Anyways, we're all set to fight tomorrow. Mike's a really nice guy. Good-looking kid. Funny. That being said, I can't wait to punch him. And yeah, no, have beers after, whatever. But yeah, I just wanted to say thank you to everybody who supported me along the way. The support it's overwhelming. Yeah, again, it just means the world to me. You guys have been there all along. And if you can't make it to Plymouth Memorial Hall tomorrow, 9 o'clock, live on Access TV, you can watch me do my thing. So thank you guys again, and I'll talk to you guys all soon. See you tomorrow. Love you. Now, how do I shut this off? Oh, Ryan Reynolds. Thank you for being you. I love you.
Oh my God! Kevin said that you were applying for one.
I'm still on.
Oh,
Sweet Jesus.
oh my God!
So now I'm definitely buying.
Okay, I guess we're gonna stay live for a minute until I figure this out.
Punch it down! Punch it down!
Get out and cut off the gloves and just get back to the people that I care about. Especially her. Number one. Adrian.
MMA has given him this platform, and that platform is fleeting. And if he takes advantage of it now and uses it to get up and tell people from the North Country, like, hey, you can make it. Hey, you may have the chips stacked against you, but you can go out and you can say what you want to do and you can accomplish it. Now's the time to seize that opportunity, and I think that's what he's doing. And then I think you're going to see on the back burner that star quality of his to reach out to kids and make them want to be the best versions of themselves. as much as we're trying to help these kids find their purpose, they're helping him find his purpose.
On Christmas Day of 2001, my father ended up, he found out that my mom had been unfaithful. He ended up shooting his brother, who thought that my mom was leaving for. I know it sounds like a Jerry Springer story. Bear with me. At the time, my mom, she kind of had a mental breakdown. She kind of went her own way, which left me and my older brother with two younger brothers who at the time were, your age. I actually ended up leaving UNH after one semester. I got a job. I was working 70, 80 hours a week. I actually had 2 jobs. And I remember thinking, this is kind of the end. I'm living up here. I don't have any friends. I don't have time for friends. I'm gonna go to work. I'm gonna grind. I'm gonna make enough money to make sure that my brothers are fed, and to make sure that they see through to get to school, to do their own thing. I was around this time that I met a gentleman from Kevan, Vermont. He approached me and he asked me if I wanted to get together and just go down to the rec park in Kevan and get a workout in. So I saw this gentleman who was in his 70s, almost as a father figure, somebody that he believed in me, and at the time that's all I needed. He became somebody that, like I said, was that one person that told me every day, you can do it. You're a champion. If you believe in yourself, you're a champion. It was that fire that I needed. I'm here to tell you there are plenty of people around you that care about you. Thank you guys so much.